Hi everyone, Vicky here. Today I'm going to help you to release your lower back. So when we sit a lot and when our whole spine is in a funny position, our lower back can get really tight. So today we're just going to release that with some very gentle restorative yoga poses. You're going to start off by lying down on your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Inhale. Bring your knees forward and exhale, circle them around. Inhale, go forward, exhale around. They don't have to be big circles. Smaller the better to begin with, and here we're just releasing off through your sacrum. Lengthen through your tailbone to get a nice massage for the lower back. Go for one more this direction, and now other direction. Inhale around, exhale, come in. Using your breath to guide you. Beautiful. And release one foot down, and all you're going to do is hook the opposite ankle around the knee, around the outside of the leg, sorry. And then just give yourself a little rock from side to side. Warming up the hip joint and releasing out other side. Gentle rocking motion. Awesome, releasing out, and you're going to come onto your hands and your knees. Warming up that spine with cat and cow. Making sure that your wrists, got spider hands, I like to call them spider hands. Press all 10 fingertips into the earth. And your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly underneath your hips. Find a neutral spine. Inhale, you're going to open up through the chest, shoulders, and gaze up. Come into your cat, your cow. I like to call it the happy cat and the angry cat, but here's your cow position. And I actually did see a cow doing this the other day. Breathe here. Exhale, you're going to round up through the spine now. I was trying to get grass from the other side of the fence. I thought it was hilarious. Now I know why they call it cow pose. Look through the legs. Inhale, let the tailbone lift up towards the sky. Open up through the chest, shine your heart forward, gaze up. Just breathe here in your gentle extension. And exhale, round up through the spine. And inhale, find your gentle extension. Now often our lower back can be tight because we are weak through our core, so we're just going to work on our Superman here. Inhale, extend through one leg long. Now if this feels like it's already coming into your back at all, I know it can for some people, just focus on drawing that lower belly in towards the spine, belly button to spine. And don't raise the leg, but if you want to have a bit more of a challenge, you can raise the back leg up. Squeeze your backside, belly in, and inhale, the opposite arm can come forward. And just breathe there. See where you're at today. Looking slightly ahead. And release, other side. So starting off again, just by drawing the knee away from you, extend through the back leg, the leg. And if you want to, then you can raise the leg up, but making sure that you're engaging your core. So all the way from your pelvic floor, lifting up, and feel your transverse activating. Drawing that lower belly to spine is always the best cue. And if you want to, reaching that arm forward, and just breathing. Beautiful, releasing out. Now all you're going to do is come into downward facing dog, but it's a modification. So you're going to tuck your knees right up, bring your arms forward a little bit, and then keep your knees nice and bent here. This way we're getting a good stretch in our lower back, and it's safe for our lower back. And then you can start to walk your feet back, but just keep your knees bent the whole time. Now you can start to lengthen through your tailbone, look down towards your big toes, settle your shoulders away from the ears, and just draw your rib cage in towards the upper back to protect your upper back as well. Now we're going to find a bit of movement. Inhale, come down, bend the knees. Exhale, rise back up. A little bit straighter with your legs now. Inhale, come down. Exhale, come up. So often when your hamstrings are really tight, this can also lead to lower back issues. So sometimes it's actually not your back that's misbehaving, it's all the other parts of your body. So figure out what it is and make it work. Beautiful, coming down. And now we're going to come into a very gentle crescent lunge. So step 1 foot forward and keep your opposite knee bent. Now stay nice and low and shift your back hip forward and your front hip back. You can just stay here. If that's heaps of a stretch for you, just stay there and breathe. Otherwise you can come up. Bring your hands to your hips. You can tuck that back foot up. Squeeze your back glute and come into a nice hip flexor stretch. Breathing it out. Beautiful, you got it. Other side. Slowly bring that foot back. Bring the other foot forward. And again, just find what feels good. So, I mean, this is a nice stretch already. So if you feel like quite tight in the hip flexors today, just stay here and just breathe. Otherwise, you can tuck that back foot up. Bring your hands to your hips. And again, just making sure if you're doing this, that knee is directly above your ankle here. And just working that back hip forward and that front hip back. Relax your toes, relax your face. And slowly coming down. So bring that foot back. And now we're going to come into thread the needle, which is an awesome way to release your upper back, which can also lead to lower back tightness, funnily enough. It's the rest of the body that's to blame, right? Inhale, sweep one up to the side, follow the gaze. Exhale, sweep it through. And now you're going to bring all your weight forward onto your shoulder. Just be very gentle with your shoulders here, especially if you've got any injuries. Keep your hips up nice and high. And just breathe there. If you want to, you can release one hand and place it on the back of your lower back, the back of your lower back, onto your sacrum there and lengthen it a little bit long. It's a nice little stretch. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Inhale. And exhale, slowly coming back up with that hand that was on your back. Releasing up. Inhale. Exhale, float down, other side. Inhale, float your arm up. Exhale, sweep it through. And again, be gentle with yourself. To bring that arm up, you can. You might even want to hook it around if you're super flexible, but just be careful with your lower back here. It should feel good, there should be no strain. Inhale fully. And exhale, releasing that hand back. Press through the hand. Float that arm up and float it down. So good. Now all you're going to do is come to child's pose. It's a lovely way to open up through the hips. Bring your knees nice and wide. Start to extend through your arms. And relax your shoulders forward, and then just melt your forehead down, breathing here for 5 breaths. Relax your shoulders, soften them down. And just walk your fingertips gently up towards your knees. Awesome, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope that helps your lower back. I know it definitely helps mine whenever mine's feeling tight. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Namaste.